Hey everyone, welcome to February. Woo! Oh my gosh, I can't believe January is already over. So what that means, it's February Plan With Me time. I kind of already chose my theme almost, I would say halfway through the month of January. As far as colors go, we're going to be using Moonlight Jelly Roll 10 in, I believe they call this green, but this is basically teal. And then I have the Jelly Roll Metallic Teal as well. And they go really good together. I'm going to experiment with some silver ink, stamping ink, because I got these fun little stamps at Michael's on clearance. So they're clear. So the stamps are clear. The photos on them are just to show the depiction of what it is. So these are Paris related. Very fitting, I know. I love French and Paris and everything. I love croissants. Anyway, so I also have this, which I got on clearance at, did I say Michael's? I meant Joann's. I got these at Joann Fabrics. So out of the two that I bought, I'm keeping one. The other one I decided not to keep. But the silver, metallic silvery washi tapes were okay to peel, and they stick. And so I didn't have any weird problems with them. And this is a page that I did with all of the different rolls from that pack. So we will see what I create this month. And as always, thank you so much for watching and enjoy.
So first of all, everyone, I just want to say I'm absolutely loving this journal. I know I had my doubts at first. I wasn't sure if I would like the blackout journal with the gel pens, but if you know me in person, I'm just loving these gel pens that I'm getting to use every day. So welcome to February. This setup was definitely a struggle. I'm just going to warn you from the beginning. I felt like, I just felt like this was against me the whole time. So here I'm using my Waffle House, I believe, stamping kit. It's the ones with the little calendars. So I use that with the silver ink pad. So first I did the days of the week on the top, and then I did the month itself. So as far as this, the stamp itself has 31 days, but February only has 29. So I use, when I stamp, I make sure I have a little bowl with water and a little soap in it to help dissolve the ink off the stamps once I'm done with them. So I use like that with a little paper towel to like wipe the ink off of day 30 and 31 on the stamp, so it would have the appropriate amount of days. And then I used the cute little latte stamp next to the calendar. So as you saw in the beginning, I had like a white piece of tape there. That was white washi tape, and I tried doing my title on that, and I thought I would like it, but I almost knew right away that it wasn't working. And with these things, with your journal, just go with your instinct, because if you don't like it, if you don't like it in the moment, you're not going to like it for the rest of the month. So here I'm setting up my work calendar, and again, the struggle bus is real. I wrote the title one line too low, and so I ran out of space. So I wrote all 28 days, and it looked so perfect. And then I was like, shoot, February has 29 days this year because it's a leap year. So again, I tried to make it work the best that I could. But because when I started using the cute little heart stamp, it got smudged and kind of went downhill from there. But I did the best I could to make it work. And so for this month, all of my vertical calendars, I use the metallic jelly roll for the numbers, and then I use the Moonlight jelly roll, the same color, for the days of the month. So I really liked that, how that worked out. So yeah, anyway, so this is me using that cute little heart stamp. And as you can see, I was doing like a little design. And at first I was like, oh, I'll do that around the whole work calendar. And then I was like, oh, no, don't do that, Mariah. Just use your Pilot brain impact silver pen. So I did that. And then I added like the little hearts as accents. But yeah. One thing I have to say is metallic ink is very hard to cover up, whereas something like white, you can use like a black Faber-Castell Pit Artist pen to kind of draw over it, and it pretty much covers it. But once the ink got smudged and I tried to cover it up, it was pretty hard. Like I had to use the brushed Faber-Castell Pit Artist brush tipped black pen to try to cover it. But here, I digress. So here is one of my intentions for the month. I've been having a bit of trouble with my ankles, so I decided to put my little calendar there to try to make sure I do my strengthening exercises every day with like the stretchy bands, and you can like stand on a balance board and such. Anyway, I decided to combine my monthly tasks list with the rest of the monthly calendar stuff. I haven't been doing that, and I feel like it'll be more visible this way. And then on the left under the latte, I have a few video ideas, nothing I haven't talked about before. I'm going to do a separate video about the metallic jelly rolls, go over all the colors, do some swatches and stuff. And then the same with the Moonlight pack, because I've been enjoying those so much. I made a mistake and I wrote 30 at the bottom, so I used a little heart to cover it up. I did use the Paris cursive stamp. And I was going to use the little croissant, and then I didn't. I couldn't figure out where I wanted it, so I did Paris in the bottom left, and then I used the La Tour Eiffel, or the Eiffel Tower. It was longer than the ink pad, so I had to like stamp part of it and then stamp the other little top part where the flag is. And then I just make sure I wipe off around the stamp like any excess ink that is on the stamping block, which is that big white thing that the stamps are attached to. It's called a stamping block, and just get a clear one so it's easier to see through. So this is me trying to cover up those smudges. When I looked over and I saw it was smudged, I was like, no, it's smudged. So again, one thing with stamps, you gotta let it sit and just kind of like almost stamp it, and then especially if you're left-handed, take a step back and relax. Do something else, play on your phone or something. Take a coffee break. I did go over the title a second time. I felt like it wasn't super opaque. I don't know if that's the right word. Like, I wanted to go over the title a second time. So I have personal care calendar and finances. So I do these little boxes, and then I write what the bill is or whatever. So the subscriptions that come out of my account, like my iTunes, Apple Music situation, and car wash, stuff like that. And then for personal care, I just do again a vertical calendar, and I keep track of stuff like how often I wash my hair, when I get my hair cut, eyebrows done, all that personal care stuff. Like if I get my nails done or do my nails, or I don't know, all that stuff I want to keep track of. So YouTube calendar, vertical as well, metallic for the letters or numbers, and then for the days of the month I use the Moonlight jelly roll. So one thing you should note is make sure you let everything dry first, because I got markings on the right side there. I covered it with washi tape afterward. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next month.